Howdy, everybody. Just thought I'd throw it together a quick video to show you Chapter 29's assignment. Just some key points in there that you need to be aware of. There may be some confusion on whether or not you should use the template from the student files or if you should create your own. It's up to you. Using the template file from the book can help speed things along, but it can also slow you down because there's some weirdness that can happen with the templates and with the tables that are in the document. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that right now. So in the book, you'll see that is the document that they're wanting you to create. This is on page 1049. And then I have on my screen the document that I created. Pretty darn close to what they had in the book. I used the template when I was going through this exercise. To refresh my memory, I was going through and using the template from the book, from the student files, and it worked just fine. A couple things to remember. If you're going to use the template, the image file that is sitting right here is going to want to move even when you're adding new rows because it's linked or anchored to the text. So one thing that I recommend doing is selecting it, right click on that file item. It's going to take me a second. There we go. So you're going to highlight the image, right click, and it's under wrap text. By default, it's set up to move with text. What you should do is fix position on page. So that way it's always in that one spot on the page. That'll work much better. You'll notice that if I do this, if I were to do it, move with text, and I add another row, that image is going to start creeping down the page. So that would be my recommendation for that one. There was a question on number formatting for zip code. So if I highlight zip code and I go to properties, I can change it to a number and I can set the maximum length to 5. I can even put in a number format if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do it on this one. I'll show you on the phone number one, a little tip for that one. And click OK. And when you go to fill in this, and I'll show it to you in just a second, when you go to fill this in, if I put characters in there like a C or an A or B, the system sloughs it off. It doesn't even recognize them. It's only going to display numbers. So for telephone, I did something fancy just to give you an idea of what you can do with the forms. So in telephone, I brought it up here. I said it's going to be a number. It's going to be maximum length of 10, which is a standard phone number. And then I put in my own custom number format. So if you do the drop down, there isn't anything in here for phone number, but you can use the pound sign or the hashtag as a format. So I'll clear that out. And I can say, and basically if you put the hashtag or number sign, it means any number from 0 to 9. And then I'm going to say any number from 0 to 9, any number from 0 to 9, put a dash, and then I'm going to do that for the rest of the phone number. It means when it's input into the system, it's going to have a dash in between those three and make it look like a really pretty phone number. If you wanted to go really fancy, you could put the parentheses around the area code. Click OK. Then I'm going to save this. I'm going to restrict editing like the book asked for. Click OK. And I'm going to save this one, close it. And I'm going to create a new document based on that template. Hey, what do you know? It happens to be right there. But I'm going to come here. So now I'm going to go fill in just the zip code. Remember I said it was only going to accept numbers, and it's only going to be 5, a length of 5. So if I put an S, a couple S's in here, and A, and I tab, it eliminates any of the non-numeric characters. So, and then if I try to do an extra number, I'll do it. Phone number. So if I put a phone number in here, this looks like 10 digits. If I hit tab, hey, look, it formatted it for me. Pretty fancy. So those are just some of the things that you could do with the forms. Please feel free to give me a holler if you have any questions about chapter 29. The good news is next week we only have one chapter, chapter 30, and that's our final chapter, and then we begin the review process. So good luck on this week's assignments. I'll be watching the discussion boards and email. Contact me if you need anything. Take care, everybody.